Hey, what's going on, YouTubers? East New York's finest, hosted by Mike. This is gonna be my fourth attempt since yesterday trying to do a video. They were too long, and I made a mistake. Today, I got a phone call from an individual that's what I have been doing my clutch who tried to rip me off. So I went in on him, and I wound up dropping off to somewhere else. It's just a lot of issues. Anyhow, I just want to show you guys the stuff I picked up last week, whether it was early or the week before, whatever. I just decided to show you guys that, but before doing that, let me get to my disclaimer. So, my disclaimer is basically very simple. I know some people are going to have something to say about the fact that, hey, I thought he got rid of Mythic Legion and he thought the company was crap and this, that, and the third, XYZ, bebop, ski, boop, boop, this and that. Listen, everybody's entitled to their opinions. Everybody's entitled to change their minds. Everybody's entitled to their own entitlement of what they think, their opinion, and what they buy with the actions of them being free-willed individuals in a free country to do what the fuck they choose to do. With that basically being said, I stand behind how I felt at the time about the Mythic Legion company, because one guy came out of his pocket and everybody else around him didn't fix the issue. They just let it rock. And then when I spoke to one of the owners on that Sunday, he didn't even attempt to say, hey, is everything all right, or what happened, or why you not buying? I mean, he did ask me that, and I told him that, and he just like, okay, and brushed it off like, all right, well, whatever, fuck it. And I felt a certain way about that. I mean, I don't expect anybody to placate me and or kiss my ass, but at the same time, I felt that things should have been done more professionally and better in the first place. And yeah, you know, and I was speaking to some people Saturday and yesterday about my thoughts on Mythic Legions, and whether people agree with me or not, it's not for them to say. Some people may say, well, why'd you go? Well, first of all, it was a security gig. It was a job to do, which I did it. I was a little uncomfortable on Saturday, just because I was so frustrated. I thought it was going to be like a lot of different toys, along with their stuff. I didn't know it was going to be mainly all like just anything that has something to do with customizations with Mythic Legions. So on Saturday, I was a little uneasy, but I was talking to Nate, who did some of the Mattel He-Man stuff, and he also did the ink work and sketches and stuff of the Masters of the Universe Origins Castle Grayskull, which I got autographed yesterday. And I figured out that he was the one. Well, somebody informed me that he was the one that did the 40th anniversary He-Man artwork as well. So I asked him Saturday, was it okay for me to bring him in Sunday? He said, sure, you know, my pleasure. So I mean, it's funny because, like I said, when I was buying Mythic Legion stuff, I had nothing but a good time with employees. But it was just that one time when I was at Parsippany with that one fucking asshole on the line with that, hey, put that down like I'm a fucking dog. And I really wanted to reach over and whoop this motherfucker's ass. But it wouldn't look good that I'm there securing shit and I'm over there violating, you know what I mean? It just didn't make any sense. And I don't need that kind of attention drawn to myself. And then when I spoke to somebody about it the day after, I didn't appreciate how it was handled and the fact that I felt like I was being dismissed. So I just decided to get rid of everything. Now, I do have it's a catch-22 on both sides. I do regret selling this stuff, but I'm happy I did sell it. Regret it because I would have still, if that didn't happen, I probably would, 80% of the time, I probably still would have had those Mythic Legions. But the other part of me, I'm happy I did sell it because I was able to get other stuff that I collect even more so. That it was pricey on some of the stuff I needed, like some G.I. Joe stuff, of course some vintage Star Wars, and I think a couple of G1 Transformers as well. So the money from that Mythic Legion stuff enabled me to be able to get other stuff that I wanted and or needed for my you know, to help finish off my collection. So that's a good thing about it. As well as Saturday, you know, it was a good thing because, you know, I got to reunite with some of the same people. I met Kent Poole. I met a couple of other YouTubers from other states. There was even some people there from other countries, like this one skinny guy from Thailand. I mean, this just goes to show just how deep the rabbit hole goes with Mythic Legions. Now, I can definitely say that every toy show, everybody's competing against everybody. I felt like for some reason this con, it wasn't like that. Because you had Mythic Legions selling all their current stuff and getting ready to sell off and, you know, put on the market their future stuff. But you had people there that had past Mythic Legions along with current, and what they were doing were they was actually taking a lot of the army builders and stuff, and they were customizing and repainting them. A lot of people had, everybody had 3D printed weapons, accessories, portals, waterfalls. Everybody had styrofoam and different types of dioramas. Everybody had weapons, and I mean, everybody. I don't think anybody didn't make money. I mean, everybody had their own interpretations of different, different hashmash of different types of action figures. Whether it was Mattel, Hasbro, whatever, everybody just had their own spins on what they did, and everything worked well with what they had, and that all gave me good ideas. Because anybody who knows me knows I'm very good at customizing, and I'm like almost a genius when it comes to art. I mean, I've been drawing since I was a fucking child, and I'm an old man. I'm very great with colors and coordination. I mean, come on, you're talking to a guy that took sideshow statues, rebuild them. You're talking about a fucking guy who took, I mean, anybody who ever been, I'm not going to toot my own horn. I'm just really good at what I mean, only things I can't do is I can't sing, I cannot dance, and I cannot play basketball. But anything else I do, I'm almost a pro to being over a pro at anything I do, whether it's art, paint, cooking, video gaming, hunting, anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, very well rounded at that stuff. Like for instance, you guys, if you can look at some of my older videos, you can see the Night Raven. I turned it to the Starscream version of it. You know, I did the same thing with the Optimus Prime slash the Havoc Optimus Prime colorway, so to speak. And just other different variety of Marvel Legends, like Marvel Legends, Hot Toys. You know, like I said, you know, about 7 or so months, more than 7 months, close to almost a year now, I have some stuff that I got from Hector, who has since got them from Henry at the flea market, because Hector and Henry have a better rapport than me and Henry have, which is ironic considering the fact that when the auctions were live and I used to go to Harlem and the Bronx, that's where I know Henry from when we did live auctions, and I've actually given this guy some rooms and also didn't bid him up on certain rooms. But it just goes to show just how funny people are. But anyhow, you know, like I said before, I've gotten 7 figures. Hector got them from Henry and charged me he gave me a friend discount. And I got those. So it was a Finn. You can't really see him, but he's right over my finger. He's right around here. You can probably see him holding that white staff type thing right there. But anyway, he's over there, and I got some other figures I got that I had to redo, and I had to like weather them and make them look more presentable, being that they were damaged. It looked like somebody just brought Hot Toys for kids and just let kids play with them instead of, because they're meant for adult collectors. But you know, you do what the fuck you want to do with your money. If you can afford it and a kid want it, you're like, hey, this is cool, and you give it to her. Who gives a shit? It's your product and your item. Do what the fuck you want to, what you choose to do with it. Who's to say that a kid can't play with it? You know, if you can afford it, why not, right? So yeah. So like for instance, this guy. So I made him. I know there's a video out there showing you all this stuff, but I want to give you a close up so you can see that I'm not hiding anything. Look at his face, like right where his mouth should be. All that's like the vibranium color. I had to like look up online and mix. I had to do like 8 different mixes to get the right vibranium blue I was going for. And it's fucking beautiful. I redid all of the silver around the trimming because whoever played with this, it was kind of bad, and that's why the suit, and you know these suits are known for flaking and getting messed up. So I put vibranium around everything to make it seem like it was a battle damaged suit. Because if you look at the movie when he was fighting Eric Killmonger, you could tell like the suit glows. The suit kind of shines and grows a little. Not grow, but glows a little when the vibranium is being exposed and whatnot. And I decided to give him extra protection by also making the suit pop more, make it a little bit more lifelike and glossy than flat. And again, I highlighted and did everything. So I mean, if I could do something like this on a fucking $300 figure, imagine what I could do on any other toy that's meant to be customized. My work is impeccable, and I'm not just saying that. I mean, it speaks for itself. You know what I mean? If you see any of my work in person and online, I mean, I mean, and on this computer, it's just ridiculous. Like I did the same thing with the Anthony Mackie Falcon. He was kind of damaged a little bit, and I just weathered him and made him look banging as hell. And you know, it's a great figure. I mean, I can go on and on. So I got that Finn. I got Black Panther, Shuri, Falcon, Captain Marvel, Iron Spider, and Thor. So I got 7 pieces from Hector. I'm only telling you guys this right now early because I picked up something from Henry Saturday before the show. And there's a piece that I got from Hector that I got out of a lot of stuff. Now, this is definitely well over $500 and $600 worth of Hot Toys, weapons, and pieces and stuff in here, including that metallic Captain America shield. So it's a lot of stuff in here. There's another piece in here that I have for a while, and I wound up getting one of the Hot Toys that Henry must have had just buried in his truck for almost 7 or 8 months. Because that's how long I got this stuff that I got from Hector through Henry, or whatever you want to call it, including the Iron Spider that's over here also. So I'm only bringing that up to why I'm explaining the whole thing with the Mythic Legions and whatnot. I mean, I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I can say what I want, buy what I want, and still have issues with the company. Now, yeah, I did feel better later on Saturday and all day Sunday dealing with the Mythic crew than I did previous on my thoughts for all this time, because I felt like fuck them as a company. I didn't appreciate what happened and how I was spoke to on that Saturday, and when I brought it to the attention of one of the owners, I think it should have been rectified. But you know, it is what it is. You know, and was I wrong? No, I definitely wasn't wrong. I stand behind any and all my actions, even if I have regrets. Hell, we all have regrets that we sold, broke, and got rid of a lot of shit, and even though whatever, you know, that's just part of being human, and you know, it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So with that basically being said, that should explain. If it doesn't, I don't give a fuck. You know, but it should explain and be self-explanatory why I did, you know, decide to get other Mythic Legion stuff. And again, it really has nothing to do with the fact that, other than the fact that, you know, I mean, I was there, yes. Some of y'all might say, well, what were you doing it for? Well, again, if you're hard of hearing and you're retarded and you don't understand what the fuck I was doing there, it was a gig that I volunteered to do for the promoters, and I did it. And I didn't know that, you know, 90% of the people there had all this type of stuff. Very few people had like 112, a couple of Hot Toys, Star Wars stuff here and there. Some other Mezco stuff like bootleg companies, and some Marvel Legends, and some Black Series Star Wars and stuff. But I don't know. I can't say none of that stuff wasn't selling, because maybe somebody had multiples of stuff, and every time one would go all, you know, would sell, maybe they put another one out. I don't know, but I definitely think it's safe to say that everybody made money, especially people that was there to, you know, go to the con to sell and buy and or trade mythic type of collectible stuff. And by seeing what people were charging for their customs, and I know I could do 100 times better than that shit, I'm like, yo, I gotta start building shit and coming here doing this shit too, because these guys can get $300 or $400 on a fucking figure that looks extremely mediocre, and then the paint apps on a lot of that stuff isn't that good. Like, a lot of people's paint apps wasn't all that. You know what I mean? And I'm not want to toot my own horn or to disrespect nobody, because at the end of the day, art is one of those things that you can be critical, but at the same time, art is only in the eye of the beholder. You know, I mean, art is something that you clearly can't criticize, because everybody has their own interpretation of what art is and how they feel about art. And this stuff is art because it's custom figures. Just because it's a figure you can touch, you can still touch a painting. You just can't move it. You can move it around. You know what I mean? You just can't, you know, whatever. You can even play with the fucking piece of art if you want. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you guys get my drift. So let me start with the most important thing I got this week. My daughter came by, and you know, my daughter, she got 2 jobs. She does internship, and she's into modeling and all that, and she knows some pretty hefty named people. She lives in Harlem. She's a Morgan State grad, and I'm a glad father. She's 25 years old, no kids. No baby daddy drama, none of that nonsense. My daughter's about making that cake. She about her money. She ain't about opening her legs, getting pregnant young. She trying to get her shit together. And I'm all power to her. I am very proud of her, but let me show you the stuff that she got. Now, most people know that I'm a huge Batman fan, but not everybody knows I'm a Batman, Superman, Incredible Hulk, and Wolverine fan. And some people do know that I like all four that I mentioned, but everybody just think I'm mainly a Batman guy. Well, as far as DC go, Batman and Superman are on the same pedestal. Nobody's number one or number two. They're both exactly the same, like they're the same individual. And that goes the same for Marvel's Incredible Hulk and Wolverine. Now, as far as the four of them, I don't put neither four over another. I like all four equally. Those are my four top comic heroes, period. My top two guys, one's DC and one is Marvel. You probably heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. That would be Doctor Doom for Marvel and Darkseid for DC. So with that basically being said, we're gonna move on. So my daughter was doing a Batman type photo shoot for herself, and she got a hold of the actual movie props. This is a real movie prop. It's real paper on the real paper that they had in the movie. It says here Harvey Dent joins race for Gotham DA. And just to prove it to you guys, it is a real clipping. As you see here, it says Batman stops mob melee. And if you look at the back, same thing. I mean, everything is made specifically for that movie. You guys can see this. Gotham Cab Company shut down green taxis. So, you know, ranks of mob windows grows as walls. So, you know, you see all this here. And just to show you, even inside, you see Commissioner Gordon, played by Gary Oldman. I mean, look at all this. Arrest Batman, just not yet. Shut down Arkham Asylum. Question of Harvey Dent. Letters of editor. I mean, you know, it's the real deal, y'all. The real fucking deal here. So, it ain't nothing funky or funny about this. I am going to either frame this like this, and or I might just frame this, because if you look at it, this is part of the movie. You know what I mean? And that, as you see, Gotham Times. My daughter hooked up that up, and not just one, but two. Same as that one. Batman, Savior or Menace, Gotham Times. You know, like I said, my daughter has connections, so. And even if I didn't know how and where she got this stuff from, I still wouldn't say, because she wouldn't want me to say because of confidentiality. Because when it comes to that kind of work and being in industry like that, I just tell her to be careful and don't do shit she shouldn't do. But, you know, as you see Harvey Dent at the bottom, and then the same thing for the back. You got all this. You know what I'm saying? So this is the real deal. This is not just something made up. This is it. And if you look inside, same thing. You see Lucius Fox, and you know, it is what it is here. So there you have that. So that was what she got me. She gifted that to me, and I told her thank you. I'm going to get that framed and put that with the Batman stuff out in my hallway area. And like I said, I was talking to my man Kenny and Star Wars Mike at the Legion Con yesterday. And these guys both have gotten deep into the rabbit hole of Mythic Legions. I mean, I always thought their stuff was nice, and I knew their stuff was worth money because people go crazy. I've been hearing about, and the first person to put me onto that was Cincy Nerd and the other dude. I forgot his name. I forgot that dude's name. Those two are the first ones that got me into. I mean, and I kept hearing it on their channel. Then I see it on all the people's channels. I'm like, wait a minute. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, yeah, they were talking about Mythic Legions. And then, you know, now knowing that they're a Jersey-based company, I know where they are, and, you know, I talked to them, and, you know, I was talking to Jeremiah. I mean, well, yeah, Jeremy, and also Nate, Eric. I spoke to Eric himself yesterday. We were talking. I never brought up the incident because I just feel like that's bickering, and, you know, that's past 10. That's done. I don't, I don't dwell on that kind of shit. So I want to be like, oh well, I had this and that's irrelevant. That has nothing to do with this show. And at the end of the day, what's done is done. And I'm that kind of person. I'm just only saying this because I know haters and people gonna be hypocritical and say, oh, I thought you did. Now I explain it to you, and if you still don't understand it, then I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So like my mom said, you can never make nobody like you. It doesn't matter, and the more you sit there and you try to explain yourself to them, the more of a jackass you look like. Because at the end of the day, you shouldn't have to sit there and explain yourself to anybody. So, with that basically being said, y'all, we're gonna move on. So outside of that, this is gonna be a long ass video, y'all. So let me take this off because I like I said, I was doing another video and when I paused it because I was finding out some information about my clutch, and I purposely just put this shirt on. Because I wore this shirt Saturday and Sunday at the con because they wanted staff to know who was whatever, and this is a pretty dope ass shirt. It was gifted to me because I was there working with the staff, and I'm talking about when I say staff, I mean the promoter, because the promoter provides security and everything. So that was basically what I was there for. So I did meet Ken Poole and a couple of other people. Very, very good show, including one of Seth's buddies from Florida. I forgot his name right now, but I know his wife is Jocelyn. I was so busy running around, I didn't get a chance to really introduce myself to her neither. But it was good seeing you guys, and I know them from Seth's channel. Hot Toys, good old Bits and Buttons with Dom. Dom is a different guy. He's the guy from Bits and Buttons. This guy also has a shop as well, and real nice guy though. It was good to meet him, and it's good to see a lot of people from a lot of different people from YouTube. There are a lot of people that was like, oh, that guy's from YouTube, but I don't know them. I never seen any videos. You know what I mean? But I know who Ken Poole is. Really nice guy and stuff like that. But yeah, it was fun. It was definitely. I would definitely say I had a way better experience this time than I did before. I just pray that Neanderthal don't go back to the Parsippany show. In December, because I'll be at that show also, but we'll never know. But I do have a decent rapport with them now, so we're just gonna leave it as that. So anyway, I did pick up some stuff to do some custom for myself, and I got some stuff to want to go ahead. So I'm gonna be going back and forth. Normally I would just say, hey, this is what I got this day from this one. So I got stuff everywhere, and I wasn't going to do a video of everything, but since I got so much crap here, I'm going to be going back and forth between dates and days and all that. So, be pre-warned now about that, even though I've been doing a video for almost half an hour now. So, let me just go with what's right in front of me. So, anyhow, this is the piece that came out Saturday. This is the single one. This is on Vorgis from Mythic Legions. I have 4 of these. I brought 4. I would have brought more, but the reason why I didn't is because, about five or so months ago, we spent over $11,000 to get the back of our roof redone because the contractor that did our house last year skipped over that, and we're taking. Let's just say we're taking them to court. We got to sue them for other shit, and the job was over $90-something thousand, and saying so. Yeah, that is crazy. And then on top of that, between that and we had to get some other work done. Then we had to get the tree branch and some holes fixed in the garage from a big piece of tree branch that came down in the back of our house. So that was all work. So we're almost at around a little over 20 grand just for that between both of those. And then this weekend we just went ahead and spent $8 grand on getting 6-foot vinyl fencing done because we had to pay $1,200 to have the guys pull up all the old gates from both sides of the of our backyard, and then put that white 6-foot vinyl gate going across with the doors to block off our garage and give us privacy. I mean, our driveway and yard and give us privacy. So that's why I didn't buy a lot of ish. And on top of that, we also got another guy coming in hopefully before Thanksgiving. We already gave him half the money for materials and whatnot with a contract to make sure he keeps to the contract, etc., etc. So he's coming in to do all three of our garage doors. That's material, the new tracking and everything. It's just gonna be dope. So that's why I didn't go crazy. I wouldn't have went crazy anyway, but I probably would have brought more of these because I think these are a good seller. I was told that most of this stuff's not going to be in Big Bad Toy Store and a lot of other places, but I know a lot of people are going to be selling these online. But for anybody who needs one of these, I will be trading. I'll be selling and or trading. This is a Mythic Legion Vorgis, and it's actually signed in the back by Nate as well as Jeremy. So I got two guys from the Four Horsemen that did these. And all four of them in the back are autographed by them. So, being that all four of mine are autographed, I will be doing a trade of $130 with free shipping in the 50 states of the U.S. If you are outside of the U.S., you will have to pay for international shipping. So for $120, did I say 120 or 130? 120. I will be doing trade. Trade will be 130. Cash will be 120. So if anybody out there needs one of this or whatever, some of you might say, "Well, what are you trading?" Let me get to the next one, and then I'll explain to you because it makes sense to explain it once to show everything. So again, I have four of these autographed in the back by Nate himself and by Jeremy. So Eric wasn't around Saturday when I was leaving because I would have had 3 out of the 4 signatures, but whatever. I got 4 of these. I may be keeping 1 or 2, and I may just be getting rid of 2. So first comes, first serve with this. Just so you know. And speaking of that, let's go into what I picked up on yesterday. Yesterday was the other one, and as you see here, it says Legion Cons November 11 through the 12th, 2023. And again, these are autographed by Nate and Jeremy. And again, Nate is the one that did the artwork for the Castle Grayskull Origins, and he did the 40th anniversary He-Man figure. He also autographed those for me because I asked him Saturday if I bring him. He said no problem at all. He would have no problem autographing them. That's why I brought him on Sunday. And again, this is not like, oh, I'm kissing their ass or whatever because I feel better. No, it's just, I mean, I'm looking at it like it was a misunderstanding. It should have been rectified that Sunday, but it wasn't, and I felt a certain way. But in a way, I regret, but I am happy I got rid of that stuff because other stuff that I needed to help build my vintage collection, I was able to get. Plus, on top of that, probably about 90 or so % of the stuff that I did sell, I could have picked them up this weekend anyway, so it wasn't really a love loss. So let's move to this. You know, you got here Legion Con, November 11th through 12th, 2023. And as you see here, I did pick up this one from the promoter. I brought one. I paid $100 for it. Haven't really decided if I was going to keep it or not. But somebody else did reach out to me, and he's like, yo, listen, I'll get you one tomorrow. Do you still have XYZ? And I said, well, I do got these toys. He wants to stay anonymous, so I'm not going to say what I got from, what I traded him and whatever, but I did get one of these from him. So he gave me $100 in cash and this. So it's like I basically did a trade for $200. Not this one, because like I said, this one I brought, but for this one. So, and this one is autographed by the artist that did this. I think he's the owner. He has his own company. It's called Cabal or Cable or Cabal or whatever the hell it is. Could be Sabal. I don't know. It's Cabal. And as you see, the signature there versus the one I just showed you guys. So I do have this one for sell or trade as well. This one I'm going to be asking $200 and maybe $240 with free shipping as well in the 50 states, 50 U.S. states. If you are outside the country, you will have to pay for international shipping on this. But again, it's not cash I'm asking. I'm asking trade. So you can ditch out cash if you need one of these, or you can go through me because I know everybody else is going to be selling these for cash. I'm the only one that's going to be selling one of them for trade. And I will explain to you what I'm looking to trade for these. And again, you know, it is what it is. And you'll be getting this bag because they gave these bags to people too who brought one of those. These are like extra hands, I guess, for the cosmic guy in here. So I have 2 of them because I have one that's not signed and one signed. So we'll figure that out. So you get all you gotta do is like leave me what's it called in the note, and first come first serve. What I'm looking for, vintage Motu stuff, mask, vintage Star Wars playsets and stuff I may not have, and I do have some stuff I need to what do you call that, complete. And I'm looking for vintage GI Joe stuff, only from '82 to not even, well, the Real American Hero line, the '82 to '94. But there are some vehicles and certain figures I'm looking for. Nothing specifically rare, but just figures that I need. Same thing with G1 Transformers. And of course the WWF Hasbro wrestling figures. I don't want nothing scuffed. I don't want nothing scuffed up, broken, retaped, or you don't even have to have the weapons for them. But that's stuff I'm into. And of course, if anybody has a hot toy they want to get rid of, I got no problem with that as well. But that's the stuff I'm looking to trade. Unless you want to do trade in cash, but not in that order. But again, like I said, vintage Star Wars, like from the 70s and 86, the latest, including vehicles. I could tell you right now, as far as vehicles, I do need some playset parts for some of my playsets, like the Jawa playset. There's some stuff I need for the Dagobah. Oh my God, Yoda's fuck you call that, Yoda's hut. And I'm also missing some pieces for, well, whatever, some other fucking places. And there's a couple pieces I need, including the Carbonite piece for the Slave One. And of course with mask, I'm looking for the later mask stuff, because I have almost all of the mask, the first 1 or 2 waves of mask, like all the basics and shit. But there are some vehicles and stuff I'm missing from like the later sets. And of course there's some G1 Transformers I'm missing, along with some vintage G.I. Joe figures and vehicles from like the mid to late, the mid to like 94, including some parts. So if anybody got stuff like that, they hey, I'm all for it. So there you have, that's the stuff I picked up, as well as, where the hell are they? Oh, they're over here. So again, yesterday I was gifted this from the brother that did the 2-pack I just showed you guys. He gifted me these. So here you have like the NWO Wolfpack and what's it called, inspired color. This is a two-sided piece. He autographed that in black for me, and then he did this side for me in that chromish color, Cabal Above All. See, my cousin Russell would love to get those kind of action figures, because he likes medieval type shit, and that's some stuff he might be into, because he likes weird, obscure shit, and I could see him getting into shit like that, because he loves that kind of stuff. And of course, he also gifted me this one. This one is not double-sided, but he also gifted and autographed that as well, so that was pretty cool. I did get conned into buying this. The lady, when the lady walked around, also from them too, she had these coloring books. Really nice artwork inside though. So for anybody who's looking to like paint them and like hang up posters or whatever, or put them up as artwork, I thought I was doing her a favor, because she was like, oh well, they want me to get rid of these are the last 3. They're heavy, so I thought she was gonna give them away. And then she's like, oh, well, you got $20. I'm looking at her like, $20 for what? You approached me. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll buy them. But I thought she was giving me first I thought she was giving them away for free. Then she said that I got $20 on her. Then I'm like, okay. Then I thought that she was going to give me all 3 of them. She's like, oh, here you go. And I'm like, no, this woman is not giving me one fucking book. But I already paid for it. I was like, whatever. I was upset, because my interpretation of what I thought she was doing was giving them the last 3 away, and then if anything, $20 for the 3, not 1, but whatever. I think that's gonna be an expensive book anyway. Whatever. And then this I got from one guy, because I decided I'm gonna make myself into a Dreadnought inspired colorway mythic mythic creature. This one guy had this. It looks more like an ethnic black, like looks more like a face of a black guy. So I am going to, go to maybe Wednesday or whatever when my car is ready. I'll go and get some of the air dry Sculpey and make a beard and glasses. And yeah. So I'm gonna make this into me. And I brought the perfect body for it. And let me show you guys the body. This Mythic Legion Army Builder. This is the Deluxe Gladiator Legion Builder. So this is going to be almost like a Dreadnought inspired version of me. So I'm taking that stupid head off of him, and this is going to be a regular head, and it's going to be like me. You know what I mean? So that's going to be pretty cool. And it's going to be Dreadnought inspired. So again, you guys will see that when I get it. So I got to take all those parts off of him. And then I got to go pick up paints and stuff because I'm going to turn him into a black guy. So, yay to that. And then while I decided to do that, I did like this figure here. And this is... Where are you? This is half giant Legion Builder. Pretty big guy. I'm going to do something inspired. I just don't know what yet. But it's going to be pretty badass though, whatever I do. And whatever I do with this, I did buy this as well. And these go with this guy. So this is going to be... I'll probably look up some stuff and figure out what I'm going to do. But whatever I do is going to be epic. It is going to be epic. So I think I just came up with an idea on what I'm going to do with it. But I'm going to keep it to myself. Well, I'll figure it out. And if I really, really like it, I'll buy more and do some more inspired type of ish to this. So I did buy that. And again, y'all probably like, yo, see that? Yo, this guy's a hypocrite, or just keep about this and that. Listen, man. Don't worry about what the fuck I do. You know, if I didn't explain it, enough, it's never gonna be explained. Because some haters gonna hate, and some people gonna say what they're gonna say. And you know, if I didn't explain to myself the first fucking 15 or 20 something minutes of this, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to please anybody, nor placate or give a flying fuck about their emotions and or how they view or see this. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just calling that shit for what it is. So for people out there who don't want to buy this and or who didn't have the opportunity to get one, now you have an opportunity to trade some shit for it. So you don't even have to give cash. You can give shit you got laying around your house. So again, if anybody has anything they want to trade, let me know. Drop me a thing. And again, this guy, I'm asking 120 for it. Actually, it's gonna be more because I got 2 signatures on it. So I decided this is gonna be 100 and I'm gonna want 160 in trade on this. I'm not gonna, and that's with the free shipping, only in the U.S. If you are in Canada, Mexico, and or overseas, you gotta pay for your own shipping. I'm sorry, but that's just the way I'm doing it. But if you don't want one, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not asking that in cash. I'm asking that in trade, and I think that's pretty good for something that I got autographed, and I have 4 of these. And again, I may be keeping 2. So if I'm holding on to 2 of them, there's gonna be 2 available. So first come, first serve. So think about it. You guys can go online and pay over 100 for them in cash, and or you can give up stuff you probably don't need or want and get one of these for product instead of cash. And you can't beat that. And again, I just told you I'm doing free shipping on it. So it's basically like the other $20 out of that is going automatically to the shipping. So I'm paying out of my own pocket to ship it. Because if you're doing trade, you don't got to worry about that. And again, with these guys, I might keep one, I might get rid of the other. So, being that one is autographed, I may be keeping this one and selling that one. Or maybe I keep both. I'm not too sure yet. But We'll figure that out. And just in case you ask, this is gonna be $240. $240 in trade. I want $240 in trade in the US, and you gotta pay for your own shipping because this box, actually I'll pay for the shipping. So $240 in trade for this with his signature on it. So just so you know, you don't gotta pay out of your pocket because these already retailed at one price and people selling it for a higher price, and people want cash, they don't want trade. So you can't go wrong, and again you get this bag with that. So can't beat that. If it's not for you, don't criticize and don't make vulgar and or negative comments, because that's an option I'm giving people. You know what I mean? I didn't have to do that. All right. So when I was talking about the Hot Toys and my customizations earlier, again, I was there on Saturday morning before going to the show. I had things to do, and Henry actually had this just laying there. So he probably got more of these. She's actually in really good condition. This is from Ant-Man and Wasp. And this is actually pretty badass. It's pretty dope. She didn't come with anything, but she's in really good condition. $50 is what he wanted for this. Couldn't even argue it. Done deal. And like I showed you the other stuff that I got from Hector, that got this stuff from Henry about 7 to 9 or so months ago. This was also in that bag, and I remember having this. I was like, wait a minute, I think I have the helmet. So you never know. And Henry, he keeps stuff in his truck for months at a time, and she was probably just still sitting somewhere back there, because he came out with her along with 3 boxed Sideshow premium format DC characters. He had Wonder Woman, the Batman vs Superman, and Batman, of course, and the Aquaman. They were all brand new sealed. None of them were exclusives. He wanted $1,000 for the 3 of them. Come to find out from the grapevine, he been trying to, for the last over 2 months, he been trying to sell all 3 of them for a G. Nobody wanted to buy them. And I looked them up. Unless you are a collector and you want them in your collection, it's not worth paying $1,000 for the 3 of them. Because if I buy all 3 of them at $1,000, even if I took them for credit in the Antique Collectible Mall with Dave and Dave over in the Antique Collectible Mall, or Hidden Treasures is what they call it. Hidden Treasures in Livingston Mall, I probably would have lost $150 to $250 in store credit, which means I'd be getting less than what I gave in cash. So I already was like, that's not going to work. So that's why I didn't take them, but I did take her. And come to find out, obviously, like I said, I had her head. And there's well over, like I said again, well over $500 worth of accessories and stuff in here to put on eBay for sale, but I'm not going to sell them. At least not on there. And again, just to come across her, $50 on her, good condition, no weapons, no nothing, but again, I had her head anyway, so perfect. All right, so moving on. Let's get on. Oh, and speaking of autographs and stuff, this is what I took yesterday for Nate to sign. This is the He-Man he did. I wasn't paying attention, but he got real busy being interviewed, and he actually signed the back. I don't know why. I don't think he likes signing the front of things, but he signed the back of this, which I didn't want him to do, but I didn't want to be greedy and whatever, but whatever. It's autographed by him. He did the artwork and stuff on this figure, so that's the reason why I went ahead and asked him to sign that. So he told me to bring it in, and I brought it in yesterday, and he also did this Mama Jamma for me as well, which I got from my man Hector, when Hector sold me all of his He-Man Origins stuff, because I was collecting He-Man Origins for a while, and also the Masterverse line. But I got out the Masterverse line. I was like, I'm collecting too much stuff. Didn't have room for it, and this is immaculate. This Castle Grayskull is in immaculate condition. I don't even want to take it back out. And there was and my man Hector, thanks. He actually still had the brown shipper for this. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. So that was my wife basically repetitively telling me about what I need to do in the garage. So I guess on the 19th, the guy's coming to do the 3 garage doors. But anyway, this thing is immaculate. So I do want to call up the company and tell them that I want to ship this. so I can have it graded. And he actually autographed it for me. Oh man, I just realized that it has some creases in the back. Fuck. Damn. Well, whatever. Fuck it. I'll still get it graded. Damn it. But yeah, you see in that corner right here, he actually autographed it there, and it's not. No, I mean, I thought it was immaculate, but whatever. I'll still probably most likely get this shipped out and painted. Graded. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this back in here so it don't get any worse than it already is, because it was shipped directly like this. So whatever issue this was actually factory, because this was how it came directly from Mattel. I fucking hate when stupid things do that shit. So yeah, to that. And these were $20 at the show, just like the shirt. So I paid to get these done. You know what I mean? And they're also autographed. So I may actually get some kind of custom framing done, and maybe I'll keep that one. I'll keep one of those figures autographed and kind of put it in here and hang it up or something like that. I'll probably do something like that just because it seems dope as hell. All right. Now, speaking of Saturday, this one guy, some Middle Eastern guy, had this. He only wanted $5 for this. Then he had this Spider-Man, this 12-inch fully posable Spider-Man figure. The box it was on was beat up and it was extremely dirty, so it was basically a used figure. I asked him what he wanted. He wanted $10 for that, and I said, "Would you take 5?" He said, "No, nothing for 5." And I'm like, "Hello, you just sold me this fucking thing. This thing's got to be worth like $40 to $50. You just sold me this thing for $5, and this thing's worth at least fucking 6-7 times more than that Spider-Man." But whatever. So I did pay $5 for this on Saturday early morning. And this is stuff that I don't know if you guys remember when I was telling you about the comics that I got from Izzy last week. And I was like, oh, he forgot the bag with the toys in it, and we already worked the price out. This is the stuff I decided to keep. So you might ask, well, what was in it worth $20? I'm gonna show you everything individual. This is gonna be probably some of the last things I show, just because it's a lot of it in there. So, like I said, this is gonna be a long video. All right, so let's get to it. So right now, I want to show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys this, but I gotta go downstairs anyway. So since I do have to go downstairs, I'm gonna take some of this stuff back down in the basement. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'll be right back. All right, YouTubers, I'm back. Huffing and puffing, I'm tired. So, as I was saying, I took some of that other stuff downstairs. So let me show you what I picked up on Saturday. I thought it was a great deal, but it stopped. But me learning after somebody told me about it, it kept me from buying $360 worth of garbage. I'm gonna get to that in a second. But it didn't save me from buying $200 worth of garbage. If I can fucking grip it. So here we have 8 Super 7 TMNT figures in here. Now it's not too bad because Big Bad Toy Store is selling most of them for like $19 and change, just under 20 bucks. And the only one I've seen here on their website so far at 20 bucks is Casey Jones. So I have 8 in here, still brand new sealed, not only in their brown things, but also individually wrapped in plastic as well. So 8 comes in a case, and I have a case of 8. Now this person, I guess, know about Super 7. I had no fucking idea. This is why I'm kind of getting sick and tired, and now I understand why a lot of people are gravitating toward Mythic Legions. It might sound funny coming out of my mouth, but now I can understand why everybody's getting out of this new bullshit game. Because it's like, it's garbage. It's like you paying an arm and a leg for fucking garbage. Unless you really love it for yourself, it makes no sense. I mean, I would tell people, listen, man, go to your local thrift shops, eBay, and go to fucking flea markets and start buying vintage toys from people. Because a lot of this new shit is just what it is, shit. I like Super 7. I collect the Super 7 Thundercats. I would have never known that the Super 7 Turtles are so bad. And it's funny because a guy named Chubsy Wubsy actually had the Super 7 Old Dirty Bastard and Biggie Smalls. And it was $60 each. And I was contemplating on buying them. Were they 60 or 70? What? No, they were 60 each. And I meant to ask him on Saturday what's the best he could do for both. But I already made some deals on other stuff. But the one deal with the wrestling belt didn't come through because the two dumbasses didn't have anything other than PayPal. And I'm like, you know what? In this event, it take you I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna even waste my fucking time with that. It wasn't meant. You know, it is what it is. They went back. Let's just say they went back with all them belts. So at the end of the day, to them. You know what? So anyway, I have all four of the Turtles. I have Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello, and Leonardo. And then I also have Casey Jones, Rocksteady, Bebop, and the Shredder. So there's all 8 of them here. Might as well show real quick. Just in case somebody like, how do we know? Whatever. People are assholes. So here you have the Shredder. I'm not going to open them up. I believe this should be Bebop. We have Rocksteady. And of course we have Casey Jones. You know, just to show you guys, because somebody might be like, oh, how, you know, people are assholes. Somebody always wants to be stupid, so I guess this one's not wrapped in the plastic, but just so you guys get a general idea. And there you have him, Casey Jones. So yeah, and he's like, yeah, I just want to get rid of this stuff. He had about, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how many he had, but I was like, well, I'll take them all if you give a discount. I mean, what's the best you can do? He said, dude, that's the best I'm gonna do. I thought, you know, it was good because I was like, oh, okay, he probably paid more than that for them, but now I'm seeing what Big Bad Toy Store is charging for this stuff. He kind of did better than break even because I paid $25 each. He wouldn't do no better than that. Now, it's not bad considering months ago these things were like fucking $50, $60, even a year ago. So, you know, it is what it is. Then here we have Michelangelo. This should be Raphael or Donatello. Yep, so Raphael. This one is Donatello. Donatello, and then the first one will be Leonardo. So, yeah. $200 for 8 Super 7 figures. Of course, if I still brought the ones they had on sale at Big Bad Toy Store, I have to pay tax and shipping on all the items. So it probably still would have been more than $200 anyway. So I can't really argue that. But if I knew that, I would have said, dude, I'll do $20 each. Because he didn't even sell the other ones he had the day after. You know what I mean? Which was Sunday. Because I saw him on Sunday. He still had the rest of them sitting there. And he was kind of looking at me like if I would have made him a deal, I would have did it. But I did my research after somebody was like, oh, well, you know, Big Bad Toy Store got a lot of that Super 7 stuff. And he's like, yo, you got to watch Super 7. They're not doing too good right now. They got a bailout. And I think that's what's going on with a lot of these companies. I think a lot of these companies are just doing too much. And they're not making money. So, anyhow, outside of that, I got this, I believe, Friday, thrifting. Now, I spent just about $140 or so on a lot of different stuff I purchased on Friday, including a PSP with some crappy games. So this alone is worth about what I paid for everything thrifting Friday. This was actually $10. No deals on this. But whenever I see Bandai Gundam stuff, especially these big boxes, I always try to buy them because people love these. And this was a win. And just in case you don't know why, This, oh. This is your why. This is your why. So this is actually brand spanking new. So this is worth between $100 to $160. But I mark it at 140, 130-ish. At a toy show, I could see somebody buying this for me. So this is worth about almost what I paid for everything I got Friday. If I do remember, I'll tell you what I got and what I paid for it. But this is one of them, along with where the hell is it? I found out where I put it. So again, this was $10, and this was $50 at another thrift shop. In the case, PSP, in great condition. No adapter or anything, but it came with this case, and it's in beautiful condition. Great battery, everything. It came with some crusty games that ain't worth shit mentioning, including one of them right here, this ATV game, which you guys see a million times. This may not even be worth $5, but this was inside the actual system. The battery is in great condition as well. And the asshole Jose put this out at $50 with tax, $54. There was like 2 or 3 other games in here, including a DS Nintendogs game, which is probably not even worth a fucking quarter, and a couple of other games that ain't worth not even worth $3 or $4, but whatever. So you figure the price I paid for this being $55 and $65 with this. 2 different thrift shops though, but my whole total was around $140. Including this on Friday. So that Gundam thing right there puts me in a winner's circle for at least me mainly get my money back just on that worst case scenario. And yeah, so also yesterday, now mind you, this one dude, he had more 112 stuff than anybody. His prices were better than the other guy in a smaller room, but I thought it was a great deal when he said 125 on the Mezco 112 Superman in the 10 thingamajig. Because when I was at the Wayne Toy Show about 6 or so months ago, the guy had it. He wanted like I think $350 for it, and I looked it up. It was going between $360 and $400. Same thing with the '89 Batman because of the Flash movie. He's supposed to be in it. But I guess during that time, a lot of the Mezco 112 stuff fell off. So a lot of this stuff is drastically dropping in price. This is why I tell people, listen, it doesn't really pay to pay top dollar and pay secondary market for shit. Sometimes even if you pay retail, you lose money after a while. This shit drops and drops and drops. And that's what's going on with a lot of these toy lines. A lot of these all these toy lines are dropping. Like this stuff's not worth shit. And again, it's just not. And so he had the Mezco 112 yellow and blue Wolverine. That was $125. Same thing for the '89 Batman and that Christopher Reeve Superman. So that was $375 for all 3. And he said, "Well, I'll do $360." And I'm saying to myself, like, that doesn't make no sense. So you mean to tell me you're gonna drop $5 off each, and you come here tomorrow, you trying to get rid of them? Get the fuck out of here. So I told him, I said, "Yo, dude, a lot of these are selling on eBay for like $80 to $100, man." And I'm like, nah, I'm good. So he kept trying to, talk to me. I said, "Listen, it don't matter what you say. I don't even want to pay you $300 for the stuff now." That's why sometimes it's not paid. It don't pay to be greedy. Somebody offer you a reasonable deal, you should just take it. And he was just standing there with a stupid look in his face. Little, white dude, little red beard and glasses. I think he came from Cleveland or some shit like that. I mean, I'm like, it is what it is. So at that, I guess he was getting a little frustrated at that time. I mean, sometimes it's better to do a deal with somebody than to lose money. So at the end of the day, he packed all that bullshit up, all that stuff he had, including that. He could have had $300 in his pocket, and basically did to me what the guy who sold me the Super 7 shit did to me. No, you know what? I guess it wasn't meant for me to be fucked by him. So he wouldn't have got $360. But he would have got $300 and he still would have been up. Sometimes that's how it is when you're a vendor and you buy products. Sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose. And nowadays, it looks like everybody's losing on a lot of this bullshit they're buying. But anyway, I did get this from him. And if me and him already didn't make a deal on this, I wouldn't have even brought this. And there was a part of me that was like, nah, fuck that. He can keep that rubber on his chest. But I already made a deal with him, and I thought it was pretty good because it helps me complete my NECA boxed original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle wave. Because I have Splinter's Master and Shredder before he became Shredder. I also have Splinter with Shredder 2-pack, and I have the 2-packs of all 4 of the Turtles, and I have the messed up knee version of April O'Neil, autographed by Judith Hawks. So Hoax or Hawks, or her name, whatever her last name is. So now I need the Casey Jones because now I have the foot. And this he wanted $60 for it. I mean, they go for around 60, 70-ish. You know what I'm saying? With 10 and up shipping, and the fact that he had it right there, I was like, the hell with it. So I brought it. I mean, I had the $60, and the fact that I didn't have to give him the other $360 for those 3 figures, I'm kind of happy because I whatever. I'm glad I looked it up. So I'm glad that individual Asian guy who told me about the Super 7s is like, yeah, I didn't buy them because I told him I'd give them $20 each on them because Super 7 got them on sale. And I was like, really? He said, yeah, man. And I said, well, how the fuck you wasn't in there, man? Why you didn't tell me that before I gave this guy my $200? He said, well, you're still getting a good deal. And when I looked him up, yeah, I guess in a way he's right because he got $25 each, so 8 times 25 is $200. So it is what it is. So whatever. But yeah, this $60. I mean, Walmart's still selling the fucking the 2-pack Shredder and Splinter for fucking $50, $49.99, and they had them shits in their showcases for over a year, and they still can't get $50 for it. So go figure, right? So then now moving on to Fam Eric. So early this week, Fam Eric met me at my house, and Wednesday, the day my truck broke down and my rim busted, and I gotta get a whole set of new rims. But that's a whole nother story. So he came and met up with me at one of the thrift shops I'm always at, and we went to my house. We did a deal. He gave me a lot of books that I needed for my G.I. Joe and G.I. Joe Special Mission stuff. He took some stuff, and pretty cool. So he gifted me 2 items, and his brother, Fam Alex. Alex is his brother, blood brother. And he gifted me this banging ass Bruce Lee poster. Now I know my cousin Russ is gonna be crazy. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" Because just like me, he is a huge Bruce Lee fan, and anybody who knows me know I am a huge Bruce Lee fan. If I can get it out. There we go. These are cool brothers, and you can tell this is old because he said I had it for like 20 years. I can tell because of the paper it's on. It looks more like a wax paper, and you see how it's almost see-through? That's like 80s. This is old school. And this means a lot because, one, it was gifted to me from somebody. Okay, that was my phone. And this poster is dope. So I gotta take time out and show this. Pretty badass. A lot of different photographs of my man Bruce right there. Probably the best shaped, best looking Asian guy I've ever seen in my life. Let's face it, he wasn't it wasn't a bad looking dude. I'm nowhere near fruitcake-ish or gay, but I call it for what it is. Very nice looking half Asian, half German guy. Because his mom was Chinese and German, just in case some people don't know. That's why some people say, yeah, that would explain why he had that physique. Because most Asian guys don't have that kind of physique like he do. Well, at least back then they didn't. Nowadays, everybody's built like everybody now. But it wasn't really genetically known for Asians to be shaped like that, especially back then. They were always like small framed, and Jackie Chan was shaped pretty good. There was a lot of guys from the Shaw Brothers and the Run people who actually were kind of cut up and had some shape, like my man Lizard and Toad from 5 Deadly Venom. Some of these guys did have some size to them, but Bruce Lee had he had the frame of a bodybuilder, just real slim. I mean, this guy had crazy definition. So again, to Fam Alex, thanks a lot. I'm definitely gonna get this framed once I figure out what kind of dope ass frame to get. Too bad it is not. Too bad I couldn't get the autograph from him. But still in all, had to show this. Show my love and respect and stuff for somebody hooking me up with something he didn't have to do, especially for something he had for so long. That's a long time to hold, have, and protect something, and then turn around and give it to somebody. That's pretty dope. And speaking of that, like I said, you know, Fam Eric, his brother, he gifted me some. He didn't have to. A lot of G.I. Joe comics that I needed to help fill my run or help with my run. And he also gifted me this. Anybody who know me know I'm a huge fan of this guy. Just as well as Bruce Lee, but I still have a pretty good chance of meeting this guy. Mr. T. Yeah, buddy. So he gifted me this. So I'm gonna put that downstairs in my Mr. T thing in my dining room. Hell, I used to rock the Mr. T haircut for a long time, and then he also gifted me this. Anybody who knows me know my two of my favorite GI Joes came out in the late 80s, which is excuse me, Outback and Chuckles. Speaking of this, his brother Fam Alex is actually doing some sick shit with those two figures I just mentioned, and this one I'm showing, you know. So I'm not going to go into no more details. I'm pretty sure it may be, who knows how many months from now, even up to a year, but that's cool. It's going to be done for me, and I'm going to be happy with it because it has a lot of. It's going to be sick, and there's a good chance I may ask him to do more for me. So, because I might want a couple of other figures. So yeah, we're going to do that. I may want to do a Roadblock, a Alpine, and a Snake Eyes. So I know you watching. I know you're watching this, Fam Alex. So just so you know, yeah, I think those will be my other three. I would actually do, or point me in the right direction to get it done. But I prefer to go through your channel so things can run through smoothly. So I got these two from Fam Eric, and Fam Alex hooked me up with that beautiful Bruce Lee poster. So thank you guys for that. And oh yeah, I showed you guys the Wasp. And like I said, I did pick up you know, Fam Eric needed you know, I was actually in Paradox Comics. I've never been to before in North Arlington, so I went there and he had some long comic boxes, so I got 4, 2 for me, 2 for Fam Eric. And I also got 3 packs of the resealable plastics for the comics, along with 3 packs of the boards. And he had like a little bag. He had like some figures laying around, and he had one in the bag for like $8. It was the Jurassic Park Kid. Man, I'm sorry about that. I got my damn hairs, you know, going in my mouth. I gotta trim some of this upper lip shit. I don't like that. I love the beard, but I don't like that. So he gifted me that. So he actually gave that to me. He actually gave me a discount on everything and hooked me up as well. And he also gave me well, yeah, he also threw this in. This where it all goes right here. This G.I. Joe Sailor. I'm not too sure if I have him or not, but he has not everything, but you know, for $8 for this with that Jurassic Park Kid, can't go wrong. So, and then he turned around and said you can have that. So that was pretty cool. So not only did he give me a discount on all that stuff, he took off close to $13. Then he ran around and gave me that for free. So big up to you, man. Thanks a lot, Cliff. Real nice guy. Outside of that, let's get to it. So we got this stuff here. So let's go through it. Let's do it. Like I said, it's gonna be a long video. So on Friday when I went thrifting, I got these items with that PSP. This was in there. Sims 2 Pets, Lords of Dogstown, Soulcom, and then this I actually brought. The Sandlot 1 and 2 also, got both of them in there. So I got that more of a bundle thing. That was, I think, Friday. And remember I said I paid like $140 for the stuff. That was the games the UMDs I just showed you, along with that PSP and that Gundam thing, along with a couple of figures. Hopefully I have them here. And this was also, I think this was Wednesday. Only thing that these were $2.99 each, and they had all three of them in good condition. The 3 Harry Potters. These were the 3-pack set. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the sleeve, but these are roughly around $30 to $40. So can't beat that with a bat. So let me put that back in the baggie, along with this stuff and this. I'm not gonna put that in there with it. I'm not gonna put the PSP in there because I'm gonna charge it, make sure it works. And this stuff I got on Saturday from this old cranky man named Joe. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these 8 items I got from him. I paid $35 for these. It's like he threw in the Panzer Dragon demo game for free because he only wanted $35 for the stuff. He said all the games are $5, and I told him, I said, all the other games are copied, and he thought I was trying to say something to him. It wasn't even that. He just being an asshole, cranky asshole. And I was like, what? I was like, dude, like, I'm just trying to help you out. He's like, oh no, it's okay, like whatever. But anyway, you got Sega Saturn Virtual Cop 2. This is like a $20-$25 game. It does say not for resale because this came with an actual Sega Saturn. Then you have Panzer Dragon playable demo. Maybe $10-$15. Then we got Virtual Cop also, another not for resale because it came with a system. This is probably around about the same price as the other game, so this is like around $20+. This is around $30+. This is the Sega Saturn Street Fighter Alpha game. No case, but in this condition, still worth about $20 to $30. Then for the Black Label, we have original PlayStation Crash Bandicoot. This is about a $20+ game. Ninja Shadow of the Darkness, probably about $20-$25 as well. Twisted Metal Greatest Hits, about $20-$25. Then last but not least, we have the Sega Saturn Busted Case, Tomb Raider. This is about $20-$25 as well. So I got about 4 or 5 games here that are worth what I paid for, about what I paid for all of them. And I only paid $35 for the 8. So yeah. All the other games, he had Silent Hill. He had a lot of good games there, but they were all copies. That's why I was asking him, do you have the system? Because I would have brought the system with the games and just sold it as a PS original PlayStation with copied games. I mean, as long as the person can play the games and see them there, who cares, right? But he said he didn't have the system. And at first, I don't know why he had the attitude he had, but I ain't gonna say I put him in his place, but he saw that I was getting agitated because I was like, I didn't understand what the attitude. I'm trying to help your ass out. So when he realized I was about to chew his ass out, he decided to be like, oh, okay, whatever the fuck he said. But whatever. And yeah, so let's get to this. And I think that'll be it after the other bag that I got from Izzy. So I did get this, I believe, Friday as well. This was actually $4. It is just this part of the Raven, but for $4 you can't go wrong. It does have this elevator piece, and it has all 3 of the wheels along with the cover. It's missing the wing stabilizers, the missiles, the missile bay thing, and the drone. I mean, it's pretty good for what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't go wrong. Hell, turn around. Maybe I'll make the maybe I'll make Dirge, the one that's black and purple, out of this. Being that it is the same colorway as, I mean, it is the same exact jet as Starscream. So maybe I will go ahead and do that. Stay tuned, y'all. Maybe. All right, now moving on. Let's get it on. I gotta go pick up some crickets and stuff for my tarantulas and my lizard because Mr. Scorpion didn't make it. Now this, Rudy put back. This was, I think, $8. It was in a bag with some other Christmas ornaments. Look this up. This is worth about $15 to $25. Sold just like this. Old Pokemon ornament balls. So I picked it up for that. I figure I could at least double my money just on this and still do something with those ornaments. This I got at the show on Saturday. There's one guy who had his own Mythic Legions and other customized stuff. He had these Buzz Lightyear Disney figures. These are really dope ass figures. So I'm definitely going to customize one of each of these. And I'm going to do something with this. So this is going to be pretty badass. So I'm going to do something with these. I'm going to do something with one of each. So yeah, $30 for all of them. So it's 4 of her and 4 of him. So that's gonna be pretty dope. Then these I got from Ariel on Saturday in the morning. These are Metacom beer bricks. They're black. Obviously, there's 4 of them. I might customize one of them. Obviously. Trying to think if these come out. Yeah, it just comes out. So this should be easy to put back in. Maybe these legs don't look like the legs are on a ratchet. I mean, yeah. I think these do come out. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll probably make a. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll do something with one of these. See how I like it. But there's 4 of them in here. I didn't have to bring them all 4 up. I should have just left the other ones downstairs. But there's 4 of them. He gave me a steal on all 4 of them. He's a friend and somebody I really like and know, so I'm not gonna disclose those prices just in case people know who I'm talking about. I don't do that just for privacy reasons. Then I want to be like, oh yo, this guy did a video and you giving him deals, and some people just stupid like that. Now, Middle Eastern brother, nice guy. We always greet each other. He had these. Now I was actually greeting him and I was talking to him real quick, but I was pointing to these, and this other guy wanted them. And normally I would have said all right, but I know I regretted it. And I was like, well, I was going to ask him the price on it. But he, the guy thought he told him 15. He said, all right, I'll do 15. I said, no. He told me 15. And he's like, oh, well, what do you want for it? So you're going to take it? I said, yeah, I'm taking it for the 15 he told me, not you. I'm greeting him. And he was like, the fucking guy was being a little dickheadish. I don't like to be like that, but I'm like, fuck it. So we got the John Goodman and Rick Moranis, Flintstones, the movie, Barney Rubble, and Fred Flintstone. And these are in great condition. Every time I do see these, they always beat up, never in good condition. So, of course, I'm going to keep these. And I'm going to put them right here. I do got to buy doll stands to put my plushes so they can stand up. So these are staying up here. Plus, I am a Fred Flintstone fan, and especially a John Goodman. So I got those 2 he wanted 15 for. So then for another 15, he gave me the only turtle he had, which is this Leonardo. Homer Simpson and Marge. I believe I already have the other ones, but I did take them anyway, and I think Marge was missing. So now I should have a complete run of them. So $30 for these. I mean, he's alone worth at least $10 to $20 more than all of them put together. So that was cool. I was looking and waiting to see if he had more of these, see if he had at least 1 or 2 other ones. He said no, that was the only one. So either way you look at it, beggars can't be choosy. So $30 all in. Actually, no, this is also included. The Dino. So yep. And then also thrifting, I got this. This came in a bag with the other. Where's the other one at? He's over here somewhere. Here he is. These are like Power Ranger related, like Zords and stuff. I did. I mean, this bag. I think I paid like $6, $5.99 for the bag with these two guys in it. I think these were either Friday or Saturday. No, they were Friday. I'm saying Saturday. It was either Friday or Wednesday, but it was Friday. And again, this also was included in that $140. Remember I told you I spent $140 between that that Gundam kit and the PSP with the PSP games you saw. This is also part of that because this is $5.99, $49.99, then $9.99, and some other stuff. And this was also I think this was $5.99 too. The movie Luigi. The one dude I got into an altercation with, he put this back. I mean, it was meant. I mean, it wasn't meant for me to get it, but I was trying to grab at it, but he decided to grab it. Looked it up. I guess he realized it wasn't for him, so I wound up getting it, and I paid it. And again, this was part of that 140. And this also, where the hell did I get this from? This was in the bag with some other shit. This is in the bag. I can't remember distinctively, but Rudy also gave me this. This was, I think, $3.99 or $4.99. This Furby with the tag. Even though I did pay $8 for a bag of Transformers that have 5 figures in it. They were all G1s. It was an upgraded version of Galvatron for me, because my Galvatron was in good condition, but this one is also in good condition with some better decal stickers. So you got that. You got Soundwave, Shockwave, a busted up Hot Ride, and then I forgot who the other figure was, but everybody was upgrades except for the Hot Ride. So again, all that was $140. 3 different stores, no, 2 stores, and this was in there. This was in a bag, and it's like I overpaid for that bag because this is not a real Transformer, but I bought the bag distinctively for this and totally forgot about this, so it's like a waste of $6. And also where I got the Gundam thing, there's about maybe 6 or so bags of the Magic Gathering cards for $1.99, and I got those as well. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 at $1.99 each will be $14 plus tax. That would be like $16, like $15.97 or something like that. And then there was about 4 or 5 bags of Star Wars Return of the Jedi cards that's still downstairs on my table. So all of that with this is where I spend like $140 for all that stuff. Like I said, that Gundam alone is worth that. So yay to that. And these two also came out of a bag of something, and it was also $5.99. Again, this is also including that whole $140 I spent on Friday thrifting. These are the only 2 that was worth keeping out of that bag. You got this Halo Spartan character and this DC Multiverse Batman figure. I know that's Mattel Multiverse. So I brought all this stuff up to show you guys. This I also got in one of those bags. This is included in one of those bags. His leather jacket it had the consistency of gum, of hot chewed up gum, and I had to like use 3 wipes to peel off the actual jacket that he was wrapped in. That's how bad this was. But this is a Logan. This is a Weapon X Logan or Wolverine in a brown jacket. Unfortunately, the jacket is no good. But whatever. I don't know what he's worth. And this old white man, I call him the $5 guy. There was a couple of cards and these. I think I paid $10 for everything. It was like one of those Johnny Lightning type cars, a nice Matchbox, and another vehicle. And he gave me those 3 and these for $10. this Mace Windu and this guy. So for $10 I got that. You know, it's like I basically paid 5 and 5 for this, and he threw in the cards for free. Older white guy, really nice, very respectful and humble. Don't really bother nobody. Very nice, quiet. So yeah, let me put all this stuff back. So I'm gonna be doing something with these bear bricks. All this gotta go back downstairs. So you guys better give me a thumbs up, cause I brought all this shit all the way up, fucking 3 flights of steps, just to show you guys this shit. Woo! I'm getting thirsty. All right. So moving on to the stuff that I got from Izzy. So this is a $20 bag. It was like a big messenger bag with this and a whole bunch of other miscellaneous stuff in it. I mean, was this worth $20? Yeah, I think it is. I mean, there's a lot of, there's a lot of nice stuff in here for $20. Definitely worth it. So I would probably take all this stuff out, bag them, and tag them. I'm not gonna even show. I was gonna show you guys this, but I'm like, why should I? It's all like regular Power Ranger stuff. Nothing great in there. There's a couple of Power Ranger bad guys and like Power Ranger figures or whatever. None of them are Mighty Morphers. I think just one, which is the Mighty Morphin morphing Trinity figure, where you could whatever the fuck, we don't know. But yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, why should I even show all this? It doesn't make any sense. Not like it's great stuff, but it was definitely worth the $20. So there you have that, and yeah, so I'll probably take this bin downstairs, and later on I'll probably come back and I'll probably take the NECA stuff downstairs with that Gundam. So I'll take what I can now. While this video is loading, I'll be doing that and coming back up here with water. So this is over an hour, almost a 2-hour video. So yeah, Star Wars Mike, my videos are long, they're over an hour. They are entertaining, and I always try to be different from everybody else. That's why I do my videos the way I do them. So yep, just to give you guys some disclosure on that nonsense. Because a lot of people do ask, man, your videos are epic. You got good videos. Your content is different, unusual from others. Sometimes they say unusual, and I know they mean it in a derogatory way, but sometimes they just think I'm too stupid to get it. And then some people just like it because it's entertaining. I like to sit back and look at other people's videos and stuff, where it's just not, hey, this is da-da-da, this is ba beep bop ziba bop boop, and all right, have a good one next time. I like to be more, I just like to be more interactive with my videos. So with that basically being said, yeah, I'm just making sure that's everything, because I don't want anything to be missed out. And I believe that is everything. There was more stuff downstairs, but I didn't think it was equivalent to show at this particular point. Now, I mean, I just wanted to try to put everything as much in this video as possible, being that everything was just all over the place. But again, if you guys are interested in any of that trading, like I said, I'm gonna want $250 for the signed 2-pack, and I'm gonna want $150 for the other one, being that it's signed by 2 people from 4 Horsemen, including Nate, the artist, and one of the owners. So, and again, I'm asking trade. You guys already know what I'm looking for trade, just in case you don't remember. Looking for vintage Motu mask. I said He-Man. Star Wars, G.I. Joe, G1 Transformer related stuff, and or WWF Hasbro figures. That's the stuff I'm collecting, and or Hot Toys. It could be used. Stuff don't have to be complete, but we can work it. We can work something out. If anybody's interested in any of these, you drop a line, let me know, and I'll let you know if maybe you may have something I may need or whatever. Just drop me a line and we could take it from there. All right. So peace, love, hair grease. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody for watching this long ass video. And again, this was my 4th attempt, and thank God this is the right attempt. So thanks for watching, you guys. Please stay safe. So I'll catch you guys later. Peace, love, and hair grease, y'all. One.